Hi everybody, welcome to another episode of USstreamer for USgamer.net. I'm your host, Kat Bailey, and today we're going to be playing Halo 2, Halo the Master Chief Collection. Specifically, we're going to be starting with the Halo 2 mission, Gravemind. Halo the Master Chief Collection comes out on November 11th. Just as a little background, it gives, if you haven't been following it, it features all four numbered games to this point, Halo 1, 2, 3, and 4, remastered versions of Halo 1 and Halo 2, plus multiplayer for all of those games, so it's a really, really big package. For Halo 2, I'm going to be playing on the remastered version rather than the classic version, and I think I'll stick with normal because no point in getting too crazy. And then, of course, you can do the skulls with various multipliers, grunt headshots, lead the glorious celebrations, etc. So that's something that you can do. In any case, so you probably remember Gravemind from the original Halo 2. Interesting mission, maybe one of the better ones in the game, but also controversial for various reasons, which you're going to be seeing. Hi, Art Raider, how are you doing? Having a good afternoon. Welcome to the show. Let's get this thing started. Yeah, Halo. Yes. Just as an update, all the Halo Master Chief Collection reviews are going up tomorrow, so you can check US Gamer for our full impressions. Jeremy Parrish and I ended up splitting the load to because it's kind of a big game, so he primarily focused on single player and I primarily focused on multiplayer. Oh, it is your birthday? Happy birthday, Art Raider.
What?
How old are you?
Is that?
I am a monument to all your sins.
He's real gross. Good old Gravemind. So,
Relax. I'd rather not piss this thing off.
Demon. This one is machine and nerve, and has its mind concluded.
oh,
This one
we're the same
is
age.
but
How about that,
flesh
Art Raider?
and faith, and is the more deluded.
Kill me or release me, parasite. But do not waste my time with talk.
There is much talk, and I have listened through rock and metal and time. Now I shall talk, and you shall listen.
We've got a case of monologuing here.
I am 2401 Penitent Tangent. I am the monitor of Installation 05.
And I am the Prophet of Regret, Council of Most High, Hierarch of the Covenant.
A reclaimer? Here? At last. We have much to do. This facility must be activated if we are to control this outbreak.
Stay where you are. Nothing can be done until my sermon is complete.
Not true. This installation has a successful utilization record of 1.2 trillion simulated and 1 actual. It is ready to fire on demand.
Of all the objects our lords left behind, there are none so worthless as these oracles. They know nothing of the great journey!
And you know nothing about containment. You have demonstrated complete disregard for even the most basic protocols.
This one's containment, and this one's great journey are the same. Your prophets have promised you freedom from a doomed existence. But you will find no salvation on this ring. Those who built this place knew what they wrought. Do not mistake their intent, or all will perish as they did before.
This thing is right. Halo is a weapon. Your prophets are making a big mistake.
Your ignorance already destroyed one of the sacred rings, demon. It shall not harm another.
If you will not hear the truth, then I will show it to you. There is still time to stop the key from turning. But first it must be found. You will search one likely spot, and you will search another. Fate hath us meet as foes, but this ring will make us brothers.
I don't think I want to be brothers with that thing. It's kind of squishy and gross.
We are, all of us, gravely concerned.
Ah yes, it begins.
The release of the parasite was unexpected, unfortunate, but there is no need to panic. In truth, this is a time to rejoice. A moment that all the Covenant should savor. For the sacred icon has been found. With it, our path is clear, our entry into the divine beyond guaranteed. The great journey is nigh, and nothing, not even the flood, can stop it.
Boo.
I wanna be. How are you? As for your question, when I unboxed the game, was there DLC in it? I actually got a download code, so whoops. I actually got a download code, so there was no DLC to speak of, but it is possible to download it right away, so I assume that you'll be able to find the DLC when it hits the market in a box. Hope that answers your question. Kind of brutal to start you off with a needler. Such a crap weapon. This actually might be the hardest part of the level.
Kill those brutes, the better. They don't have shield generators, but take them out before it's berserking.
Good. Oh, Jesus. Well, we're off to a good start. These little bastards just fly right at you.
Brutes! The faster you can kill those brutes, the better. They don't have shield generators, but take them out before...
Okay. Better than real needlers, apparently.
The demon has infiltrated the council chamber! Protect the hierarchs! Seal the exits!
I want
Oh, I don't think so.
the brute plasma pistol. Needle me this, Batman. Oh, I see what you did there. Very good. Not what I wanted. That's what I wanted. Plasma pistol. Mm-hmm. This area is so tricky because there's hardly any good cover. You're really stuck out in the open. Later areas you can totally hide out and snipe. But in this area, again, be careful. Oh, and there's a sniper up there too, yeah. That's nice of them.
He was our best tracker.
Hi there. Hello there, Dragon Boss 05. Welcome to the stream. If you're just joining us,
We'll be down on one of the
we
pedestals near the
watched an opening cutscene with a remastered cutscene with the Gravemind, and now we are trying to escape the Covenant Enclave, which is always fun. We're playing through the Halo 2 mission Gravemind,
That prophet,
hanging out with
Truth,
Cortana.
he has the index. You've got to take it from him. Let me get these doors.
This is the remastered
Go. It'll
version
be easier
of
to
Halo
track
2
Truth
rather
if
than
I
the
stay
classic
in the
version.
network.
But you can also play through the classic version, so if you're like kind of averse to new graphics or something, then the good old version is also available. So that's always nice. Sweet plasma grenades. Also kind of a tricky area because you're kind of stuck behind all of this stuff.
Right this way.
Excellent. Whoa. Hi. That was a waste of a pistol. Oh, I thought you were running away. Proposition early on. A little later it gets easier. You switch between remastered and OG version of Halo 2 on the fly, Mudron asks. That's an excellent question. I don't believe you can. But no, doesn't look like it. You can change the controller and you can change some of the other basic stuff, but you can't just change on the fly, which is too bad because it would be kind of a neat effect, and it would be like reminiscent of the Star Trek Blu-ray collection. I enjoyed going old, new, old, new, old, new. I don't mind that they decided to put remastered versions in, because frankly there are kids who will be playing this who don't remember Halo 2, which is terrifying, but I digress, and they're gonna be like, oh, why is Halo 2 and Halo 1 so ugly? Which is kind of a crappy attitude to take, but it's the reality of gaming, so there you go.
Watch out for the captain. He's got a brute shot.
Firefight right here. The balance of this level's funny to me, just because it's actually a fair bit harder than the rest of the level, which once you get a handful of good weapons. Okay. That's better. Oh, as it turns out, you can switch on the fly. How about that? I pressed back, as somebody suggested, and here we go. So, you can, in fact, switch between them on the fly, which is actually a really rad feature. Thanks for pointing that out, Mudron.
Truth is moving through the lower levels of the tower. I'll reverse this grav lift. Drop down, try to cut him off. It's safe, really. Just step in.
Here we go. Woo! Sorry, I was so distracted by the light
It's safe, really. Just step in.
that I got totally distracted and died. Yeah, they definitely didn't pull any punches with Halo back in the day. Halo 2 on the PC looked rad in 1080p. I have not played Halo 2 PC. Was it better than Halo 1 Combat Evolved on PC? Because I remember that version was okay. Like, some people liked it, but there were people who were saying that playing with a mouse and keyboard actually made it maybe too easy. That's what I heard about the PC version of Combat Evolved anyway. There's one thing that I've found, or kind of remembered about Halo over the past, I don't know, week or so that I've been playing it again. It's that it kind of pioneered the pop and shoot mechanics that you would kind of be codified in Call of Duty Modern Warfare a few years later. It's definitely not a good idea to dive right into the middle of enemies and just start going to town on them, because you will be overwhelmed and you will die. Way better to get to cover. And in that, it's quite a bit different from the shooters from the 90s primarily, where I don't know, they were just kind of a run and gun thing. I suppose Half-Life 2 also, or Half-Life also kind of started to pioneer that. Things were definitely changing in 2001 when Combat Evolved came out. God. I missed my carbine. Yep, multiplayer is indeed server-based. Okay then. More melee. I think we'll definitely have an opportunity to do some more melee later, especially once the energy swords start popping up. Oh, hello. Ah. Where are you coming from? Oh, there you are. Hello. Die. I don't like you. You're ugly and you have a shield. There we go. Common carbine. Anyway, I hope you got your wish. LLHHT. You definitely got some more melee there. With more melee to come.
Wow!
I always like when you throw a grenade and the way that they fly, flail around. They look utterly horrified when you stick them with a grenade, which, I mean, understandably, because I'd be pretty upset if I got stuck with a grenade too. I heard a story not too long ago, I think it was on Reddit, of a soldier who... A soldier dived on a grenade to save his comrades, and the grenade exploded, but the rucksack that he had absorbed the majority of the blast.
There's another lift in the next room.
And as a result, boop, he ended up flying into the air, and he came down with a headache and a nosebleed, but otherwise he was fine. Bye. Bye. Oh, hi.
Here, Chief. Jump in.
Thank you. Bye.
There are 2 groups of Marines in this detention block. I'll zero their locations. You neutralize the guards. Quietly.
Just making him angry. Mongo. Played through Halo 2 in so long. Yeah, I think that's a sentiment that a lot of people have about this game. It must be bringing back some crazy memories. My main Halo 2 memory was that a really good friend of mine was just a Halo addict. And she was dating a guy who was in a engineering fraternity at the time in college. So... and they had a whole bunch of Xboxes hooked up. So we would all go over there periodically and play Halo, which was fun. I enjoyed it. Even though I was real bad at it in 2004, because at the time, I did not own an Xbox, which made it kind of difficult to play Halo.
Come to the lower level. The Marines are just inside. Careful of the guards.
As a result, I was kind of cannon fodder for everybody. One thing that I remember is that it was just really hard to adjust to the whole dual stick thing, because at the time I was, you know, like everybody else, I had kind of grown up on mouse and keyboard controls. So it took a lot of adjustment to get used to dual stick controls. Now it's more or less second nature, right? Like being able to move around, because we've all played so many dual stick shooters over the years, but it was definitely a new interesting thing. It's kind of reflected in controls, like the fact that I have to hold down the right analog stick to shoot some, to zoom in, like where usually you would, and you use the left trigger to throw a grenade. It's very different from the modern shooter, which is perfectly alright. There's nothing wrong with being different. Let's go free some Marines. Hello. Oh, you don't look so good. You look kind of dead, actually. Hello. Is there a button? Oh, they were just sleeping. I got it. Punched you in the face once, goddammit.
Listen up, Marines. The Chief's hunting a prophet, and you're gonna help him kill it. One more group
Your art
of
style
Marines
is
to
pretty
go.
rad. At the time, I wasn't a huge fan of it, because it seemed a little too bland. I remember that
Middle level, Chief. More guards. Get
Tycho
ready.
and Gabe from Penny Arcade complained about running around the same featureless hallways over and over again in the original Halo, and it was hard for me to disagree. But at the time, it was undeniably beautiful. And of course, the way that they handled enemy AI, the flow of the shooting was, you know, it was actually really revolutionary. I didn't really appreciate it at the time because I was kind of on an anti-Xbox kick, I'm not gonna lie, back in 2001. But, you know, I've played enough games over the years to kind of be able to appreciate Halo's contributions to shooters. Halo 2, though, was pretty controversial when it came out. Not the least because it ended on a cliffhanger. And because it introduced a new character. It was almost, playing as him was almost as controversial as suddenly switching over to the other character, the great switcheroo from Metal Gear Solid 2.
That's all of the Marines, Chief. Good work.
That was apparently a thing in 2004. 2002 to 2004. Sure. Halo 2 will never be better than Halo 4, says Wave is God. Okay. Are we officially into the Halo arguments? Which Halo is better? I'm not gonna lie, like, I've played a lot of Halo 1, Halo 2,
Get out of here the same way we came in. The
and
grab lift.
Halo 3 and Halo 4 over the past few days, and they all do feel very different. The original Halo is just so... Oh, there he is. The original Halo is actually really old school, slow. We were playing in Blood Gulch. It's a gigantic, open, just field.
Hostile reinforcement
And
coming down the lift.
half the time I was getting sniped across the map. I was like, yep, that brings back memories, that's for sure. Another contribution from Halo, the Rise of... That was my friend who was super into Halo at the time, was the complete red versus blue addict back in 2002, 2003. So we have Halo to thank for quite a few things, actually.
Clear. Step on in.
Kind of want to refill my guns. Need more ammo anywhere? Guess not. LG Scoundrel, Master Chief Collection is the most excited I've ever been about the new franchise since Bungie moved on.
Step into the lift.
Why is that? Is it just because it's kind of a comeback for the series? It's the return to the old school version?
Fear not, my brothers. The sacred icon is secure.
I really like the carbine.
It was Tartarus and his brutes who took the icon from the flood.
If
For
only
that they have our
because...
thanks.
Excellent.
Ooh.
Truth is broadcasting
Yes,
on the move.
precious.
It'll make it much easier to
Yeah.
track.
That's the way. Allow me to go to this conveniently unlocked door. Oh, that. Oh, I shouldn't have done that.
It was Tartarus and his brutes who took the icon from the flood. For that they have our thanks.
Excellent. Truth is broadcasting on the move. It'll make it much easier to track.
Spartan Ops was really great. Fun fact, if anybody remembers David Ellis from OneUp.com, I used to work with him, and he was one of the leads on Spartan Ops. And it was kind of a great idea to be able to integrate two things that Halo have always been very good at, which is storytelling. Both storytelling and multiplayer into one pretty enjoyable mode. I reviewed Halo 4 for some reason. I think it was just because I needed the money, because I was freelancing at the time. And though I didn't follow Spartan Ops through the entire season, I really enjoyed what I played of it and thought it was a great idea. And I'm pretty sure all the Spartan Ops are here. Oh, jeez.
It was Tartarus and his brutes who took the icon from the flood. For that they have our thanks.
Excellent. Truth is broadcasting on the move. It'll make him much easier to track.
Jesus. Really come flying out, don't they? I always like that they dodge around. Avoid the grenades. They really do act like real enemies. It's funny how enemy AI hasn't progressed very much over the years. When Halo came out, I thought we were kind of on the verge of a whole new revolution for enemy AI. And if anything, we've actually kind of taken a step back. Because when you play, say, Call of Duty, they're really not much more than something that you might have found in like Mad Dog McRae back in the day, where they just pop up and you shoot them, and that's that. Oh, I don't want to. You have an energy sword. And here we go, the infamous Civil War that effectively took the elites out of the equation, starting with Halo 3. Made you fight a lot of brutes. So many brutes. sword being included with Halo 2. I'm sort of surprised that they wouldn't let you dual wield it like Wolverine. That would have been cool. EMP grenade right about now. Heart Raider, I'm pretty sure Destiny will be just fine. There are a lot of... Yeah, there are people who are tired of it, and I'm definitely one person who has gotten a little tired of Destiny. But that doesn't change the fact that when I look at my friends list pretty much every day, I am guaranteed to see somebody still playing Destiny. Especially once the new content comes out, I'm sure that there will be people who stick with it. Hardcore MMO people, if nothing else. Personally, I'm kind of busy lately. As soon as I'm done with the stream, I have to kind of go back to playing Dragon Age, but if I had like a lot more time, I would happily play Destiny. I was enjoying it for a bit, but you know, these games, they're just big time sinks. They're there to be, they're kind of almost meant to be the one and only purchase that you make over Christmas. Which, I mean, is fine. I mean, a $60 game is pretty expensive and all, but...
Weak and fragile.
Did a lot better the last time I played through this. One thing that I like about Halo is that sense that it's kind of you against the universe. It's especially kind of evident in this level, where you've got these gigantic battles going on. And meanwhile, you're just popping around corners, stabbing people with energy rifles, energy swords, and the like. You know, I feel like this is just a whole lot of not my problem. And I'm just gonna leave you alone, because I don't like you. Poor elites. I'm rooting for you, elites. Beat those brutes. Even though I'm having to stab you with your own energy sword.
The elites have failed to protect the forest. Let no warrior forget his oath.
I killed your
Thou and faith will keep us safe
Soon I will kill
whilst
you.
we find the path.
With your own sword, no less. Which in the very near future will become my sword.
There's an exit nearby. Hurry.
Why are you glad that you can't afford a Xbox One? Oh yeah, Master Chief Chronicles. Oh gosh, these guys. These guys are not very nice. Hi. Yeah, okay. I'm pretty sure they have a weak point, right? They totally have a weak point. Not very nice with their fuel rod cannon. I didn't. Haha. Carbine is not the ideal way to kill these guys. Yeah, I agree that I highly doubt Master Chief Chronicles or Collection will come to PC. You know, I just don't want to deal with you.
By blessing, the brutes now lead our fleets. They ask for your allegiance, and you shall give it.
You wouldn't believe the number of kill systems the Covenant are throwing down around me.
No?
Not to worry, it's pretty sloppy stuff. I guess they never expected a hostile intelligence to penetrate their network from the inside.
You know, I don't have any particular truck on one side or the other. I play my PlayStation 4 mostly, but I like my Xbox One just fine. Is it crazy to say that the PlayStation 4 has better, the Xbox One has better exclusives this year? I mean, between Forza Horizon, Sunset Overdrive, Halo Master Chief Collection, and Titanfall, I mean, that's a hell of a foursome. And with all due respect to Sony, Little Big Planet and Little Big Planet, yeah, okay, fine. Little Big Planet and Last of Us Remastered. Not the most exciting thing, and Drive Club was kind of a freaking disaster. So, by comparison, you know, Microsoft looked really good this holiday season. Now, would I recommend that people run out and buy one? For sure. Personally, I like being able to play. I like the PlayStation 4's UI better. I think it has better graphical capabilities, and and at the end of the day, I think that it's going to have better Japanese support, which is kind of what I want out of my console. But that's all potential right now, and if you don't care about like Japan, then you might as well just get an Xbox One, play some Forza Horizon and Halo. Especially if you primarily play like third-party AAA. One thing that I kind of like about Halo that I'm remembering, interesting level geometry, and they don't really tell you where to go. So you kind of have to figure things out for yourself. Of course, that can make it easy for you to lose your bearings, as I've kind of lost my bearings at the moment. But it's not always a terrible thing in a shooter, because if you make it so that players never ever would lose their bearings, then you're just basically making a hallway simulator. And what fun is that, right? Is he dead or is he sleeping? I can't tell. Trying to remember where I'm supposed to be going here. Oh, is it up here? I think it is. Ah, here we go. It's a fairly long level, actually.
The Covenant just destroyed 2 of their own ships, and I'm hearing reports of small arms fire throughout their fleet.
Well, mini-maps do kind of break immersion, so I can see where they're coming from there. OMG, cat is camping. Hey!
Slip space rupture. It's in amber class.
Being trolled by my own social media account. That's never happened before. I feel like I've hit a new level of synergy or something. The only annoying thing about this remastered version is that it's darker than the classic version, like because of the more complex lighting and stuff, which actually can make it kind of hard to be able to see where you're supposed to be going. The game turned into Pac-Man. I see that we have a couple of editors in the house. Jeremy Parrish is here. It's interesting is that Jeremy is primarily known as an RPG guy, and rightfully so, and a retro guy. But but maybe people don't really know that Jeremy really, really loves Halo. And Marathon, for that matter, because he's an old school Mac guy. Oh, crap.
Creatures of the Covenant, the path is broad and we shall walk it side by side.
I like good first-person shooters too.
Space rupture. It's in amber clad.
They're harder to find than you think these days. Yeah, I'm still... Jeremy mentions that Wolfenstein and Alien Isolation are 2 of his favorites this year. I still need to get around to playing both of them. I have Alien Isolation all loaded up on my computer. I'm definitely going to be playing it when I get a chance. Unfortunately, I've been really busy with reviews lately. But so goes. It'll just go right into my backlog with everything else that I don't end up reviewing, unfortunately. Ooh, look at those water effects. Aren't they so pretty? No, I don't want to need them.
Look over here. It's hiding like a sniveling grunt.
Yeah. Jeremy mentions that Marathon Infinity was the first co-op shooter that he ever played. It was kind of ahead of its time in that regard. Though interestingly, if I'm not mistaken, the original Doom also had co-op. It's just that everybody focused in on the deathmatch rather than the co-op. I am so out of buttons. Well, Jeremy mentions that he would love a remake of Pathways. Was it Pathways to Darkness? Now that they're no longer owned by Microsoft, maybe we'll actually get that. That's what I get for talking and trying to play as well.
It's over this way.
While being almost out of... You know what?
There you are.
Staying alive. Oh, do they? Jeremy mentions that Microsoft might have the rights to all of the old Bungie properties. If that's the case, then that's really unfortunate. How come the Arbiter doesn't get a jetpack? That's an excellent question.
At this moment, the councillors gather on Halo to see the icon safely.
Rise, cut brothers! Cast down the elites!
There are those who said this day would never come. What are they to say now?
Once the towers are cleared, we'll drive them from the lower districts.
out of weapons. I don't understand how the energy sword runs out of ammo. Like, it has a pretty weak battery, all things considered.
I have listened to the Oracle, and it confirmed our deepest hope. The great journey begins with here.
The elites are falling back to the mausoleum. Fools! There are but a kingdom for them now.
Who would doubt the prophets? What have we
I use what I must, including a needler. Yeah, I'm gonna make it. Might as well. Almost there. Is this the right way? I'm going the right way. I don't remember if I'm going the right way. This looks like the right way. Excellent. Actually can't see these brutes very well because of the shadows. See you around, LG Scoundrel. It's been fun. There we go. Oh, you're not. Now you're dead. I remember him having a fuel rod cannon for some reason. He had the fuel rod cannon. Well, that explains that. Oh, it put me all the way back here. Jesus. I like the pseudo-destructible environments in Halo 2. Not something that you really saw for a few more years in game space. So, even though it's really, really basic, all things considered, still a nice gesture. I've seen Halo 3 gameplay. Whoa. I don't even know what just happened. Wow. Okay, so this checkpoint is really far back. Oh right, Halo 3 was in lower resolution then. It wasn't in true high definition. I remember everybody complaining about that back in 2007? From my perch in Japan. Did you review that, Jeremy? I'm not dealing with any of you guys today. Just gonna run through here. Hope you don't mind. Just feel free to fight each other and all that jazz. See ya. Have a very nice Civil War. I've got things to do, places to be, people to shoot. Energy swords to pick up. Fuel rod cannon blast to avoid. Thing just totally got me from behind. Easy to get lost. Nope. Oh, there it is. God. Totally missed it. This is just me going, whatever, I don't care anymore. Onward and upward.
If we're going to catch Truth, we'll need to take a shortcut, straight through the mausoleum. Look on the bright side. For now, they seem much more interested in killing each other.
Feel like Roadrunner here. Meep meep.
You might consider sitting this one out.
Somebody start playing Benny Hill music, for God's sake. Must have missed a checkpoint. Won't let me through. Wow, put me all the way back here? Jeez. I feel like I keep saying that. Yep. Well, the stream has run on a little longer than I intended. So let's try one last time to try and get through this. And if we can't make it, we'll just have to call it quits, unfortunately. sword to the face. He's invisible. Grenade.
To catch Truth, we'll need to take a shortcut, straight through the mausoleum. Look on the bright side. For now, they seem much more interested in killing each other.
Fall back!
Weird that it wasn't saving those checkpoints. Go figure. We can do this together, everybody. We're gonna make it.
You might consider sitting this one out. this one out.
Let them come to us.
You might consider sitting this one out.
What? That is so freaking appropriate to this level. Well, with that, I think I'm going to call it quits. Thanks for everybody who dropped by my stream. I hope you enjoyed watching me try and fail to complete Gravemind again for some reason in Master Chief Chronicles. It wasn't the most successful run, but we got far enough at least. Anyway, so if you enjoyed the stream, please go ahead and follow us below. You can find our archive streams on YouTube. Check out our streams every Tuesday and Thursday here at USGamerNet, and of course check out all of our awesome content on the actual webpage. Thanks for dropping by and hanging out with us while I ran around and got shot up by hunters and brutes and grunts and all that stuff. Halo Master Chief Collection will be out on November 11th. So in any case, we will be seeing you around, and drop by next Tuesday as Jez and Mike play some World of Warcraft Warlords of Draenor. So see you then, and have a good day.